Well, I'm starting off with Luxo anyways.
Hello, hello, hello. Hello, everyone. Been a while since we've done this. Say hi to Ian. He's got some charts ready.
What up, my fellow intrepid gainers?
We're going to jump right into it. We're going to look at some Luxo because that's what always comes up first whenever we talk about our community. So L16, that's the test net on Luxo. Um, what happens, Ian, if Luxo announces their mainnet?
Well, the price action will probably far exceed this cup and handle. Possibly, I don't want to call it a cup and handle yet because it's not there, but looking like a possible cup and handle. The target is here. I think with that going live, probably far exceed that. And that's what I did want to mention is take these patterns with a grain of salt with such a low market cap. Um, yeah, it's gonna look a lot more wild than it won't be so simple.
Yeah, I think like my price target for Luxo is $300. If they get a mainnet launch during a bull market, um, and so this one is like it's ridiculous the opportunities that exist in crypto. I mean, but look at this thing. It's been crawling up again. It's been recovering. I got a lot of criticism for my older Luxo videos. Like, there's people who got in right here, and they were happy with my early videos because I got people in super early. But then there's people bitching and complaining of like, oh, your stuff is junk when it was coming down. But the whole time I didn't sell any. Of course, I wish I could know what the market's going to do because I would have sold up here and bought down here if I knew what was going to happen. But I just hold this stuff. I just hold for the long term. And as far as like I'm not a technical analysis guy. I'm a fundamental guy. I go fundamentals. And this one is like one of the best finds I've found in a long time. And I mean, look at it, it's recovering for a reason because it's solid. But it's going to go a lot higher than where it is even now.
Yeah, I've been holding this one for a long time, and it was nervous. Months in here. If you were holding and you didn't take any profit, you kept looking back at that opportunity above $20 to take profit. I know people that entered late and so they were holding in the red. I was just missing out on profit taking, but I never took any profit. And but when we got down here and we started around at the bottom here and we did finally break this long uh, diagonal down, you can see how that money flow has consolidated. And so when we were down here and we're curving, and after seeing that, I started uh, playing with the idea that if we do start to just recover and just see that, so we had a slow trend down, and if we just kind of get a slow trend right back up, I'm seeing a lot of potential for a cup and handle. I don't trade these patterns often, but I think short term, you could see a bit of a rejection here and some more consolidation and a break. I think that's how these cup and handles usually go, right? You kind of double top and make a little bit of a bullish pattern here, a wedge, and then you see that breakout. It breaks out of the wedge and the previous high, and then you usually see prices usually skyrocket after that. And if you couple that with the fundamentals you're mentioning with the test nets and whatnot.
It
Yeah,
look,
man, I'm
look
I'm excited.
from my experience, if you the depending on the market psychology, everything's psychology and markets in the end, right? Um, if you get a really bullish announcement in a bullish environment, then you'll get like a multiplier effect, So if we're in a bull market, which we kind of are, there's altcoins making all-time new highs. So, it's still scary. Bitcoin's chart still looks scary to me, but like that's what could hurt things if Bitcoin pulls back. Who knows? Everybody's bullish. You watch all these YouTube channels, and they all think to assume that they can see the future and the Bitcoin's going to go up. But who knows what's going to happen, right? Like if Bitcoin comes down, I mean, I think Bitcoin's solid. It'll pull everything down. But if this thing has mainnet, right now it's testnet. If it has mainnet, the chart will look flat like you're doing, and it will go to 300. It'll be a $30 billion market cap. Luxo could go straight into the top 10. It's still under the radar, and I think this is a top 10 coin in plain sight. They have another crowd loan auction. I don't think the price is going to run too much until that auction starts, but they're going to start that auction during live launch. And then just imagine being a validator on this thing. I mean, it's going to be great. Oh, and also Luxo will have burning of tokens, just like Ethereum and Polkadot and all those systems, like where it's deflationary. So, or e-gold, etc. So I love that all these cryptos are doing that now. And I think crypto token models, I've been in the space for years, and all the token models have gotten significantly better from the early days. In the early days, it was just a copy and paste of Bitcoin, and then it became copy and paste of Ethereum. But now everything has really good token models, which will actually pay dividends to token holders in the form of fee burning, which is also tax. You get no taxes for that because the appreciation is in the growth of the underlying assets value. So things are getting good in crypto, man. Things are heating up. But look at Luxo before we move on from Luxo. Look at Luxo on a logarithmic chart for me, and what you'll see, you can look at it on I think a daily time candle. And if you zoom out, what you'll see is Luxo is being accumulated still. It's being steadily accumulated in a straight line. You see that line? And it's going to stick to that line, and it's about to break out even from that line. So that means it might even get a blow off top in the short term.
What do you mean, like a diagonal uptrend like this?
You see that line? That you're looking at Luxo you're looking at Luxo on the logarithmic, and you could just draw a straight line. You can see it's being accumulated. It's steadily getting accumulated. I think that there's, big players involved, and I even know of some big players that are involved. So but I'm not going to disclose.
Yeah, like the cycle almost looks similar to the previous one that I circled back here on the log scale. See, it's kind of cool you did that actually, because
it gets ahead of itself.
We went up, and then it gets ahead of itself, and then you just have that long kind of almost right there. There it is. There's the handle, and it's just kind of made a couple of handle here, and then just parabolic, like you said.
And it's just gonna repeat.
Kind of the same thing.
It's
parabolic,
like Bitcoin,
right? Yeah, and then I think you're right, man. Hundreds of dollars.
It's 300 is the next target. So
interesting.
Not investment advice, but this one looks to be a solid 30x or 10x from here, or 20x. And I'm patient. I'll wait 2 years for it, or years. I don't care. Such a solid project. Some people have mentioned UFR. I'm still holding my UFR, and apparently Tyler's getting some code out, which is good. I might look into talking to him and see if we can get him on here again. That would be something I'd be interested in. Let's look at, Luxo's a beast. 300. Yeah, Luxo's going into 300. That's my call. It's been my call for about a year now. All right, let's check out old.
What are we looking at?
Next, let's just look at Polkadot next, because that one's, one of my favorites from a technology standpoint. See, Polkadot. So Polkadot will have its mainnet moment too. If it's a bull market, if Bitcoin doesn't shit the bed, then alts will continue to perform. But Polkadot will be announcing its parachain soon, and I just can't, we'll get some price action out of that. So, I've just been steadily earning compounding my Polkadot. I love this project. It's one of the strongest from a fundamental standpoint. The fundamentals on Polkadot, it's damn near perfect. Hedera Hashgraph, yeah, Hedera Hashgraph has some institutions behind it, so it's not a bad one. If you like acyclic graph technology, that's one that's interesting. But there's the chart with Polkadot. It's at its previous all-time highs. It's in the same range. Um, maybe it'll have a small pullback. What's your analysis, Ian? Go ahead and tell me from a technical standpoint.
I, dude, I would not buy it at this price right now. That's just me looking at the chart. But
Mm-hmm.
from fundamentally, the way you make it sound is like I could be totally wrong. I mean, the money flow is just long and strong, trending straight up since July 20th. Like it hasn't even just that is strong. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
long and strong for since July 20th. So what I see here is a lot of momentum. This is on the daily, so that you have a lot of daily diverging momentum here with the price just going up. It went from 10 to 36, and my one buddy was trying to throw some salt at me, saying, "Oh, dude, how's that Polkadot?" And I said, "Do you even own Dot?" I said, "It's $10." I was in a group chat with a bunch of guys. I said, "Buy it now." I said, "I don't even think anyone in this group chat has Dot." I said, "Buy Dot, buy Dot." It was $10, and I don't know if we see that price range again, but when I see something just that long and strong, I never really look for a pullback, and I think that's probably a good uh, time to pull out the fib for something like this when you have one impulse move such as that. I mean, you got to think you just went up not 100%, not 200. You went over 200%. It's crazy the amount of gains that you've seen in what, a month, 2 months. Um, but to pull out the fib, you a common retracement point you'd look for in this area. I think a buy zone that I would look to buy more dot, 20 to $27 or so. So you can kind of find a happy medium. Just try to average somewhere in the lower 20s. The thing about trading is it's like you can always you never can perfectly call the bottom, so it always seems like you can kind of get it at a better price. So if I'm thinking 21, maybe you get it at 19 or 18, maybe you get it in the high teens. But yeah, I can't buy something that just went on a large impulse move like that, especially when I see a lot of daily diverging momentum. Really, that has me concerned here. But again, like you said, fundamentals are strong, really strong on the money flow. This money flow, like you're saying, this can go green and just stay green for, months. But I don't know that happens. I mean, looking at the daily chart, looking at other things, Bitcoin, general market, if we're looking to continue this bull market for a couple more months, I could see the money flow just kind of peaking out in here, maybe even diverging a little bit. Maybe you do see the money flow start to diverge and the prices get a little crazy, but that's something we'll get into in a bit. I kind of want to go over your thoughts on when we should be looking at taking some profit. I know a lot of people have been mentioning. It seems like the sentiment in YouTube is that the bull run. A lot of people are going to be looking to take profit in October, come October, November.
Yeah,
Um,
I like what Travis just said. He said maybe that money flow is people preparing for the parachains. And I don't think we've seen some real action on DOT yet, to be honest. Price action. Like this whole entire hype around Cardano, for instance. Like what will happen, like look at where Cardano is. It's the number 3 coin. Well, I mean, Polkadot has way more potential than Cardano does. That's just the way I see things from a fundamental standpoint. And, I'm patient. Like everything else could, like I've been in situations before. So I've been in this market for years. I've been here since 2014. I've seen coins that I'm holding do nothing while other stuff runs, right? I've seen that, Ian. I've seen it in the old cycle before 2017. I've seen it in the 2017 cycle, and I've even seen it in this cycle. But you know what? It doesn't phase me,
but
especially now.
Litecoin,
Yeah, I mean, Litecoin perform. Like I saw Nem run 100x. It was like Solana. Where is it today? It's garbage. No one's using it.
AMC is.
Huh?
Oh, are you talking about Litecoin or no?
I'm talking about Nem.
Oh, okay.
I don't know about Litecoin. I don't even look at Litecoin. But Nem was a 100xer in the 2017 or it was like one of the older bull markets. And where is it today? It's nothing. It's because you invest in fundamentals. You look where the developers are, the token economics. You look at everything you can, and you don't try to chase pumps or narratives. That's my perspective. You just hold solid projects, and you know what happens when they pump? It happens when no one expects it, and it happens in 2 weeks. It goes up 700% in 2 weeks. So you have to be holding it the whole time. That's what Polkadot is, in my opinion. That's also kind of what Luxo is, but Luxo is kind of like crawling up. Luxo looks like it's ready for action now. I
Yeah,
mean,
so when I see strong money flow like this, what that kind of tells me is that it's just going to lead to more diverging money flow. Like you might see a couple days, we might just kind of trail just little wicks down before another big move up, and then that'll just create more kind of divergences. You see what I'm saying?
mhm.
When that money flow is strong, and then the money flow can even start to diverge a little bit, and price can still just keep skyrocketing. I mean, what kind of price targets are you looking for and dot in the coming months with
Um,
everything going on?
like when I'm thinking long term here. Like I'm not even thinking about price targets when I think about Polkadot. I'm thinking like 1,000x or 100x over the decade because, but they could fail. They could not capture market share, but with what they're designed to do, and with the amount of the way I think about things is like Warren Buffett's strategy. I try to think about like from fundamentals, and Warren Buffett's strategy. It's the same kind of strategy that makes me ignore Bitcoin, things like that. Is Warren Buffett doesn't like gold because it's speculation. What he invests in is something where it's almost like physics, the physics of the situation, the logistics is arranged, water flows to the lowest point. It's arranged like to capture wealth. It's arranged from human work and ingenuity and effort to capture value per unit ownership of the thing you're buying. So Polkadot is designed 100x better than anything else out there in terms of labor per token. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like in terms of labor per token, human capital, human ingenuity, human effort. It's designed around that element, the human labor. And you must own the token to be involved in the system. You lock it up, and and services provided gets added to the network in a Pareto principle manner. So each new service provided has more utility and more valuable as more projects launch on top of it, and they all communicate with each other. All the other systems, AVAX, Cosmos, Solana, Matic, none of them are designed to take advantage of of Metcalfe's law of services provided per token. They all have independent security per thread that launches. Polkadot shares its security amongst every single parachain. I don't know, like this is my favorite project from a technology standpoint. And it's also the guy who made Ethereum. So he's, has more experience in the space than anyone else. Is it just is it just chances that this guy, Gavin Wood, made such an amazing project, and he also is the architect of Ethereum? Or is he just an undervalued, savant in the space? He's the best crypto engineer that there is, and people don't see that. I like picking things that people don't see. If you watch every other channel, they're going to talk about other stuff. Some of them talk about Polkadot and Kusama, but not for the most part, not as much as they should be.
They just talk about the top movers.
I'm biased though. I'm really biased because I don't try to chase stuff. I don't chase stuff. I lead stuff. I buy stuff before people buy it. That's my strategy. I don't follow money. I lead the money. So that's my strategy. But But yeah, I guess we can move on for Polkadot. I wouldn't. Do you like
Yeah,
that
I got
rant?
it. Yeah, I love it, man. I love it. Um, yeah, I don't think I don't think we see any serious corrections back down to probably the levels we've seen before with what's coming around the corner, and we possibly do see this continue to diverge.
It
But
could. It could
we'll
have a
see what
pullback.
happens.
And you know, like
It's looking a little sketch to me. I'm not gonna lie, because you're running into this. This is hard resistance, right in
could.
this
It
level,
could.
like so much resistance.
That's not my time scale. You know, I know a lot of people like the short term to play the trades, and you know what? You could make a lot of money doing that. But that's like Ian. I know you're
Well,
making money doing that. So, but like,
it's not relevant to you because your bag's packed. But
yeah.
people looking for an entry,
Oh,
you
okay, yeah.
know,
I mean, if I was okay, let's say
that's what I'm looking.
say I just came into crypto right now. You know what I would be doing? I wouldn't be looking at Polkadot. I would be looking at Kusama or Luxo. I would buy a bag of Luxo if I was new to crypto. You know, and
Well, okay, well, that leads me to the next couple that I want to talk about because what I've been talking with many new people. I've been getting a lot of new people into it, and I kept saying algo under $1 is a great buy. I mean, I've been tracking algo hard, and this is now algo's like half of my portfolio now just because of this last huge move up, or because we had this inverse head and shoulders, and it met the price target and just banged off. I mean, we had all this previous resistance and it just sliced right through. But so that my point is, my next thing I'm eyeing up is Mir. I feel the same way about Mir currently as I did about Algo. I kept saying Algo under $1 is a phenomenal buy, and we had so much time. I mean, you had from basically May to August to get Algorand for under $1.
I'm
Now,
liking
I'm not,
I'm liking
it's
Algorand more and more though. By the way, like I mean, as
it,
far as a long term
yeah.
hold, because their sales teams secured that Venezuela deal. I didn't look too much into it, but I know that they just secured some stuff over there, and that's pretty impressive that they did that. And I know they made headquarters in Miami, and they also secured another 100 million or so in funds.
Well,
And someone said,
did you
go
see
ahead.
the first federally chartered bank? Was it Vast Bank or something? They're the first ones to offer like uh, custody of current cryptocurrencies, and I think they're offering eight, and one of them I'm pretty sure is Algorand.
Yeah,
And yeah,
all
I've
the
been hearing a lot of talk about it. It's on everybody's radar now.
I have channels to big guys, big whales, and they like Algo, and they like Polkadot, and they like Luxo. They like all the same things I like. So I don't know. Like that's just what I'm hearing. Algorand,
So
like, but from
just
my perspective, Algorand looks like a solid one. Like I just like it. So
and in looking at it on a technical level here, you can see like we had this run up, we had a little short retrace, and we wicked down. We wicked down to this previous high. If you look left, right
yeah,
there,
it's gonna bounce higher, bro.
right there.
It's going higher.
Okay, so that looks great. The money flow is still strong, and the VWAP momentum and the daily momentum is curling back up. So I think Algorand is looking good to the upside, and so I think currently at these prices, I think that is still a decent entry point. Here at $2, I don't think that's a bad buy. But what I think is a better buy, and I'm telling people to buy today, I've been telling everybody to buy, is Mir. I think Mir is just prime. It is so prime. If you look at the money flow, I mean, look at any other graph we've been looking at. This is when you want to buy, when you see all the momentum smiling at you and swinging to the upside. You have it's almost kind of like an inverse head and shoulders,
I,
right? Like this is gonna break. Like this is gonna go nuts. And I didn't realize how low the market cap even is. Like Mir, this project is
yeah,
this
guys,
is still pretty fresh.
Mirror is a good one to take profits out into. And I like Luna. I don't own Luna. I also don't own HBAR, but I like both of them. You know, and it's because I rode them. And I got some big profits out of them, and I just took the money out, and I'm just kind of sitting on the side. And I could probably enter them again at some point. Who knows? But like because they're asking me, oh, why not the HBAR level? I like HBAR. I just made a lot of money from it, and haven't gone back into it. Like it's just it's so hard to stay on top of stuff. Like I exited it with big profits. I should have bought it back in when we had the pullback, you know. But it's just my attention span. There's just so much to focus on, you know. I like it. I like HBAR, and I also like Luna, you know. But Mirror, guys, is a good one to
Mirror, yes,
use.
mirror.
It's a good one to use. I mean, you use Mirror. Like you could take profits into Mirror and stake on Mirror in stocks or like Bitcoin or there's very low fees. So I highly suggest people learn how to use the Terra ecosystem. And you could also use Kusama ecosystem now with Korora, and there's some apps going live there, and it's similar. It's the similar experience as Luna, but obviously it's going to get better and better. I mean, it doesn't
I
have
know
the
you
mirror's
did.
capabilities.
I know you did a video on Mirror, it's like 5 months ago or something like that. What kind of potential do you remember that Mirror has? Do you remember off the top of your head?
I think Mirror could
Do
be
you have any idea?
a 10 or 20 billion dollar market cap in like the height of the bull market, because it's in a really damn good spot, and like it's an excellent place to take profits, because it has all these different products that are not correlated. Like you want to have non-correlated things to dump your profits into. You don't want to take your profits in the Bitcoin. You want to take your profits into stocks, or better than stocks would be
Silver.
Silver would be amazing.
I hear silver's gonna
Yeah, silver's
blow up.
silver's not near its. Silver needs to catch up to gold, but that those things move much slower, and that's what you're going for. It doesn't crash. Bitcoin will still crash. If there's a bear market, Bitcoin will crash 90%. So if you take your profits and put it into Bitcoin, if you take your winnings and put it in Bitcoin, you're still going to go down 90%. What you want is to hold it until the crash is over. So that's something to have in mind when you have your profit taking strategy. Is you want to buy dollars, go to Mirror, buy stocks, buy gold, buy things that are not correlated to crypto, so that if it does have a big pullback, you could buy Bitcoin or alts and re-enter at a 100, a huge discount. So.
Yeah, Mirror's currently market cap 278 million.
Yeah. So
fully diluted, it's about $1 billion, but it seems like it's got a ton of upside potential to me.
Good 10x. Solid project, makes money from those who use the platform. So the token it's a solid. All right. So we checked out DOT. Let's go to Celsius. We've already looked at Luxo. We always look at Luxo. Let's take a look at
Those
Celsius.
charts a little messy.
So that's Celsius. Celsius has been the most boring thing ever, but it's a solid project, and it's been going sideways for like a year. If you were a liquidity provider, you won the jackpot on Celsius. The yields on that must be ridiculous. Look at the wicks. Look at the wicks on it.
Yeah, the wicks are crazy. It's hard to see what's going on without them. But it made this W pattern, and it looks like, you didn't make it unless you turn the wicks on. It wicked right to that W target. Whoop.
I wouldn't become a liquidity provider right now because I think I think Celsius is going to run. I think Celsius is going to be like a shotgun 10 up, like bam, like $60. The way it moved before, and it'll be out of the blue, and it'll be in a month-long period, and it'll take people by surprise. But yeah, it
doesn't spend long in the red. When the money flow goes in the red, it doesn't spend a ton of time in the red, and you can see. I mean, we've been red for
now
a few weeks.
Okay, so weeks. I have a massive bag of Celsius, but I am going to say the negative thing. The negative thing with Celsius is the same thing that Alex Mashinsky said keeps him up at night, and it's regulators. And that's the one thing I don't like about Celsius is it is succumb to regulators. It's good that they are friends with the regulators. They've taken the approach to do everything, dot their I's, and do their T's or whatever, however the saying goes. But if the regulators attack crypto, Celsius wouldn't do good in that scenario. Now Celsius has done everything by the book, so they would not be attacked by them. But if the regulators decide that they want to kill crypto, Celsius wouldn't do so good. But of course, I don't think any cryptos would do good. But yeah.
I always dot my T's and cross my I's. So looking at this though, this momentum is swinging to the upside, And yeah, I mean, you're in the low $5. I'm expecting this to just range right back up to, upper $6 like it has been. And I think in the coming month, if the whole market is doing well, what I expect is on this next push up, we found support. Obviously, the whole where everyone's bullish. We're expecting the swing up. Money flow's trying to come out of the red. Momentum swinging up. What I expect is it to kind of ping off here and finally break out with the rest of the market, potentially. But the target, if you kind of break out of this channel, roughly would be looking for Celsius in the shorter term to go, yeah, back to about this $9 area. And then you could see Celsius just range sideways up in this channel and create a whole new channel.
I don't think it's
This
going to
kind of
channel. I think if Celsius breaks out, it's going to go to like 10x, and it'll be like instant. But
no
that,
kidding. That's
yeah.
what you think, huh?
Oh, I think it'll
What's
shotgun up.
I'm gonna look at the market cap. One sec. I want to see what the market cap
3
is.
billion. So it'll go like 30. Like Celsius is going to be like in my projections, Celsius is a 100xer over the decade. You know, yeah.
Yeah, you know what? I remember somebody mentioning today. I was listening to something, and they were talking about using Celsius to hold stable coins on and earn interest, like in the bear markets and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So
Celsius.
they have good. I haven't used the wallet yet, but I hear good things about the interest that it
Well,
generates.
and it constantly generates interest, but it's also like a stabilizer in my portfolio, because when the market crashes, Celsius goes up, so my portfolio kind of stabilizes, so it's good. People are asking about Ren and Quant. Okay, so regarding Quant, I did buy Quant. I just did Quant for instant trade. I did a quick trade on Quant, but I'm not holding it right now. It's too risky.
You just got done telling me you don't even mess with these time frames, and look at you go.
Oh, I guess I do
The
it
short
sometimes.
term.
I do it sometimes. Yeah, I'm someone who uses ideas if they're useful to me. I don't know. Like for the most part, I'm a fundamentalist, but I will play around with short time scales. Yeah, you caught me.
I haven't looked at Ren's chart in a while. Look at that. I think I called this.
What is that? Is that
I must have drawn this a while ago.
Ren.
It says I called 3x on Ren. I don't know. I called this like 30-cent bottom. I said buy. I don't know. I looked at this a while ago for somebody, and I'm like, this is a easy 3x.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know. I measured this from somewhere. I don't know. This is all. I haven't looked at this in a while. I don't know what any of it really means other than that looks like a 3x. But again, this is what I look for. Look at the money flow curve.
Oh, you know what's a really good one for us to check out? Which hasn't had a lot of love lately. Is PCX. I mean, it's actually pumping right now, but let's check that one out, because people have been. That's a bridge, and we're like Elio Trades thinks that we're gonna see a bridge narrative come up, and some people are also expecting a down narrative to come up, but bridges have, like, this one's really discounted. Like, you're looking at Ren. Ren is a bridge too, right? Isn't Ren is like a Bitcoin cross platform, right?
I'm expecting a pullback. Honestly, looking at some of these altcoins has got me thinking everyone's so bullish. I mean, we might see some quick pullbacks. Try and shake people out before we keep going. It loves to do that.
Market will do.
I'm seeing a lot of diverging movement. Like money flow is really strong, really really strong, but we're starting to see the first signs of divergences, and the first ones might not play out always, but the second ones, they become much more likely to play out the more divergences that are created. Now we did see Bitcoin diverge forever and ever and ever it does, but this is kind of that's a good long and strong move by Ren. I honestly I don't follow them, so I don't know what happens fundamentally with them, but just on a momentum, just like one of the I forget what I looked at earlier, but it's a little concerning looking at the momentum. It hasn't rolled over yet, but if it does roll over in these levels here, it's going to create a divergence. Momentum lower, prices gone up and much higher. So. But if you're looking to get more Ren, yeah, you could have an opportunity in these lower levels. Maybe 70 to 80 cents, because you're coming back to a local low, kind of create a double bottom and then look for higher move after that, possibly. That's all I got for Ren. That's just what I'm seeing. What do we want to look at? PCX.
Yeah, let's look at that one. And someone asked me, when did they ask me? Oh, any good AI infrastructure? Um, I I think it's a little too early for AI, but that would be a good narrative, like probably to think about. AI is, it's funny is I'm reading a book about the brain right now, and the future architect of AI. I think AI is. I think we're a little early for general purpose AI. But there's specific purpose AI, and I know that
When can
there's.
I get a robot that's gonna cook for me and do my laundry?
Okay, so when do I think that'll happen? I would say we're probably 15 years.
What is it? Bicentennial Man? Have you seen that? When do I get one of those guys? I want a Robin Williams delivered to my door.
Okay, so Rob, like that movie, when do I think that is? I, like exponential
I said
technology.
the just the robot, not the entire
I'll be conservative. I'll say 30 years. I'll be super conservative. I think it's possible to happen before that.
I don't even think that's conservative. I think that's perfectly reasonable. That puts you at 2050 just after the singularity.
I mean, oh
They're gonna build.
man.
That's like you're in the Matrix territory by then. You're too late. It's gonna be sooner than
Dude, I'm
that.
gonna be starting biotech biotech companies, and like one of the things. Well, we'll look at this. I'll talk more price action in a minute, but um, like
Yeah,
I'm
PCX.
going
Let's
off
not.
in this weird direction right now. Like with like, biotech is what I think about, and I'm gonna take all this healing stuff. You know what is the biggest reasons I want to heal myself and not age
Smart
and
House. No, wait. Ned Nar. It's Smart. Yes, I know. Do you know Smart House?
no.
Have you ever seen that? He asked in chat. Have you ever seen the movie Smart House? Dang it. It's a talking like AI. We already have that. We're not far from that. It's a talking AI house. It's like Siri in your house,
Oh, okay.
but more of a Knight Rider style. It's like Knight Rider for your house.
uh,
It's a Disney movie, yeah. I'm sorry.
I probably should see it. I like all those different things. But yeah, like I'm just curious
But
about
it's
how.
scary though. It's a Disney movie and this home goes rogue and starts like attacking the kid and stuff.
That
It's
sounds funny. Is it a comedy?
no, it's not a comedy. It's
A horror
scary.
movie?
It's a scary Disney movie. It's a Disney movie. It's like a kids movie, but
Yo,
it's called
people
Smart House.
people want the hoverboard from Back to the Future. Sorry, it's not gonna happen. Physics won't let that one happen unless like we have something that is an anti-gravity field, which I would imagine would take a lot of energy, and I don't
Right.
know what that would look like. But
GCX money flow looks good. I don't have a lot of data because the charts are still fresh, but just the little bit of data I have, it looks good. I mean, you're gonna return probably to these previous levels, I imagine, to trade in.
keep in mind it had a
Uh,
40% APY recently, and it cut down to a 20% APY, and developers are pretty good on this, and uh, yeah, PCX is a good one. It's a bridge. I think it could come. I think as a short term move, if people are interested in that, which people are, PCX, dude, like this is probably going to be a nice 3x or something. Like if it catches some wind of narrative, it's a microcap, and
it's got
Polkadot's,
money flowing into it. It
yeah.
looks good. I think you're right. A 3x is real. That, like I said, back to its previous trading range in here, that'd be $18 from its current level. But yeah, I think you're right about that.
Good short term play if people are interested. PCX, we just threw that out there. Someone asked me like, why do I want to heal myself? I want to heal myself like my aging or whatever, like with stem cells and do all these rejuvenations. But the biggest reason I want to do anti-aging companies, I like besides like I don't like death, is because I like I'm curious. I'm too curious about reality. Like I want to see how the story ends for the humankind. like you know what I mean? Like or if it does end, if we go to a singularity, we all become some kind of super interconnected super being. I'm curious. Going off topic today. Uh, but
That
what do you,
seems relevant with the new Matrix movie coming out.
yeah, I heard about that. The actress she looks pretty good. She hasn't aged that bad, considering it's 20 years later. So let's check out. You know what? You guys want to see something interesting? Go to Vita, VITA. Do you have Dex tools?
Yeah. Yeah. 1 second.
Someone's asking me about CRISPR. I don't know about it, but I know what CRISPR is, but I don't know about the token CRISPR.
CRISPR. You don't know what CRISPR is? That's where you take your results from, I think, the DNA mapping test, and then you run it through CRISPR, and it shows you, like, it just breaks down like even more information of I don't know, what is it, predispositions and stuff like that.
Is that what that
Uh,
tech company does? Because I know what CRISPR technology does. I can tell you. I can go into a spiel about that. But
I remember hearing about it on Joe Rogan.
oh
Oh,
well,
why CRISPR? Oh, CSPR. Oh, never mind. You said Chris. I wasn't reading chat. I didn't know someone said that in chat. I thought. Never mind.
yeah.
I
Someone's
thought it was
asking
a
about.
relevant.
I don't know enough about it. It's one of the things in my list to get to. But CRISPR technology, what that is it's too off topic, but it's super cut short. CRISPR technology is the immune system of a bacteria that's been hijacked so that you can edit human DNA or DNA in general. But that's all that is. It's not. I won't go too much into that. But it's the ability to edit the DNA. Sado.
Isn't it?
Or
Oh, maybe they are related. Whatever we were talking about. I don't know.
pull up Dex tools so we can look at some Ethereum projects. Do you have Dex tools?
Oh, yeah.
Cool. All right, let's look at Vita and then we'll look at Sado. Or Sado, yeah, Sado and Vita. So Vita, this one I just bought recently and it looks good. I'm telling you that this is connected in terms of Vitalik Buterin likes it. I don't know if he's gonna buy it. That's
You just said that live. Are we gonna see some orders pulling in here?
well, I'm not saying not investment advice, but I bought this one, and it's probably one that I'm going to participate in for the foreseeable future. Like not even price wise, like whatever happens with price, I don't care. I might actually start participating in the governance of this, like the DAO, and reach out to people and get connected because biotech is my thing, and this is an anti-aging.
Did you buy this today? Was that you?
It was. I bought a big chunk, relatively big chunk. So.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead though. I get distracted looking at this.
I mean, it feels like you're buying all-time highs, right? But I don't care. Like I'm buying this so that I can actually participate in this community.
No, to me, when I look at this on a chart, this looks like breakout, not rejection double top zone. This looks like breakout zone to me. Honestly, there's not much data to look at, but that's my first impression that I think it wants to go higher.
So a little bit about Vitalik, if everyone should know who Vitalik is. Vitalik loves anti-aging technology. So do I. And actually, even interestingly enough, the CEO Brian Armstrong of Coinbase mentioned longevity. So a lot of the crypto community, and Richard Hart, I know he's a big fan too, of longevity sciences. Well, this one is a DAO around longevity sciences, and Vitalik was talking with them in a few of their videos. So Vitalik is aware of this at the very least. So that's my my knowledge on that. But this one's just purely
enough for you to gamble on it.
I'm not gambling. Like this one, I'm going to be part of the DAO. Like I'm buying the token so I can participate in this. It's by background, biotech. So this is more of a.
You want to own it.
Yeah, this is something I'm going to accumulate over the years. Like if it comes down, I'm going to keep adding and adding and adding, because it's in my core thesis, my core mission.
You know what? This sounds really familiar. I feel like you mentioned something about this before, so what? Did it just go live or something? Is that what's going on?
I just found out about it recently. So I mean, and then
did?
I've been watching their videos, and I'm gonna go super into depth on it. Like reading every little detail about it. But I bought a big chunk right now because everything so far that I looked at, it looks pretty good. They're working with Ocean Protocol. Vitalik went on and talked to them. Audrey Begray works with them. So it's a good one. But it's price wise, it looks pretty good right
Let's check out the liquidity here. Wait, just do this right on Uniswap? Is this how this is
Yeah, it's
works?
only on Uniswap. So, that's a little bit of a shitty thing right there, because like Uniswap is pretty expensive.
These gas. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. These gas fees. I'm telling you, these gas fees
What are they
have
at now?
been
Like $300?
insane. Oh wait, they're actually not bad. 28 bucks. That's sadly that's not bad.
Yeah.
Sadly. Yesterday I was trying to swap some. Oh, 32. They're going up. Just like that.
Well, it was
quickly.
$100 for
No,
me to
yet
do a swap today, so when I did it.
for real. See, I looked yesterday. I wanted to pick some stuff up, and it was it's fluctuating between $70 and $90 on the gas fees.
Yeah.
I thought they just did something. These were supposed to get a little better.
They did
I just look at prices.
their upgrade didn't fix the fee problem, yeah. But hopefully they'll get around to it. I don't know, like Ethereum's
Nah,
slow.
just buy Polkadot. Screw
Yeah.
it.
Okay, so let's hit up GraphLink. I think someone asked about that one.
Oh, is that on the?
We did Vita, we did PCX. Oh, we're gonna look at Sato as well.
Yeah,
So
that's the one.
pull
Let's
up
do
Sato
that
on
real
this one,
quick.
yeah. Do some technical analysis on Sato. I like Sato. I think Sato's a longer
I'll
term.
try.
I'm not like
I'll try.
Sato. Okay, guys, disclosure: Sato could make you rich. It could also go to zero. It is a high risk investment, but this one is early stage. But for getting in super early, you can get 100x or more. But it doesn't have any narratives right now. It's not popular. It's not known at all. So it's high risk, but it's really good technology. And it's up to the team now to see if they can pull it off. Let's see if we can get some price analysis.
That's your target, man. That's the TA. The wick to 11 cents. So that's your target. Take 80% profit there and move on.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I don't honestly. There's not much for me to say about it because look at it's just a little inchworm. Where's the rest of the data?
Tell us the future, Ian.
I can't. Well, here, what I can look at is the RSI is gaining support. I mean, it looks like we had a nice bottom here, got a nice double bottom on the RSI. If I zoom in here, is there's actually move? Let me see. Oh, there's something. So, I mean, what I just see in the recent price action, nice double bottom neckline here. We broke above, retest and a retest, another nice little double bottom with another W, and it's gonna go up. There you go. MACD's curling back. This is on the daily too, so this actually does look pretty good. You got MACD curvature trying to curve to the upside. RSI trying to find support here. Really, it's this diagonal on the RSI. When you see the, all right, this is starting to get messy. But when you see the, let me get a trend line out. This RSI right here, when you see that diagonal break, you'll see some nice price action then, I believe. Right? Back up like that. And this will go up. Yeah. Totally reasonable. Did I tell you what you wanted to hear on that one?
I always want my investments to go up, so.
Good pick, Sato. I missed what that was even about. What was the next one?
Okay, so Sato's.
I'll have to watch the live stream.
Yeah,
if you
just
talked
watch my
about
video.
it, I'll go back.
Or just watch my, if you want to know more about Sato, just watch my in-depth on it. Let's check out
I'll
eGold.
subscribe to your Patreon.
Yeah, that's where I talk about all the details. But on my videos that I put in the public, they go into details. My Patreon channel, I just show what I do personally. And then, I do polls of the community, etc. Have we checked out Cardano? Which one are we looking at? What is this? Or this is eGold. So, I like eGold. It's a good one. I hold it. I'm not trading it. I just hold it. I'll even accumulate some more. I don't mind. It's a good one.
So I've done previous TA on this. I know I marked these levels off based off of previous uh, action over here, and they were very important levels. And once we did get above those, what's so this is very important too. The way I make my levels are based on the macro trend averages, right? So I don't get exact wicks, but I tend to get exact wicks uh, sometimes. But here, so if you look, this bottom rounded kind of at an average. This one wicked right to it. Uh, and this one on the candle body found support up here. Okay, so these are very important levels, and these were like the only ones I found. And then I've made this one in big and bold because there for me there wasn't really any important levels in between here. And you can see that when we did get a support above these levels, the price just ran. I mean it, and then once it went past this level, it still ran. So that's why I don't have a level, at this high and at every single high. I just, but that's what I remember the last time I looked at Eagle.
Do you think
I
e-gold's
was
going to
really
have
watching
a
these
better
important
entry point
levels.
for people who want to get it?
Yeah, I think my first buy level for Eagle would probably be back in the previous high area. Because many cryptos love to do that. You see it over and over again. The ceilings, the resistance, these highs that it needs to break through, these become support. So Eagle, I don't think I would be too worried if you continue to see Eagle go up to $300 and over, because what you will see is probably a rejection back down. Uh, I would look for it to buy in the lower 200s, honestly. But I guess 260 is not too bad. I don't know much about it fundamentally, so that's kind of hard for me to say if you don't have any. I don't know what's going to happen with this project. I just don't. But looking at the price, typically what I wait for is on a big impulse move, I wait for it to return to previous highs, and it hasn't done that. And we haven't seen that. Um, that's usually my go-to on that.
Hmm.
What were some of the other ones? I mean, I don't really have much more to look at Eagle.
Okay,
As far as price targets, yeah. What did you say?
let's check out Cardano. Yeah, e-gold's regarding the fundamentals, e-gold it's a good one. It needs to figure out its governance model, I think, but everything else looks pretty solid on it. Solid community, um, beautiful technology. I like it, so I'm holding it. Um, so it could do well.
I remember. So just the last thing I'll mention is the green line. This resistance line comes from a fib that I drew out a while ago. The 1618 is 327. So that was my breakout target for Eagle. That was kind of the target I had in mind for this whole big move that it's making now. So that's why I think Eagle still goes up, but you're trying to catch the end of a move. I mean, really, what's the risk to reward? Like we've talked about, if you've been here, I mean, obviously people are new, but you had so much opportunity. So much opportunity. Why buy here? That's I wouldn't. There's the opportunity I'm seeing right now. Look at Mir. That's just, I think Mir looks like it wants the juice. I'm
Yeah,
expecting just based. This is my number one based on TA from all the charts I look at. This is my number one pick right now is Mir.
Mira and Matic. Matic is another one. Because it's
Matic, we're gonna take a look at that.
and even Kusama. Well, Kusama has a move left.
Mir looks, or Matic looks great. I think Matic still has plenty of stuff to the upside. So
Hmm.
again, here's that blue line, just like Eagle. Potentially, what we could. Oh, look, it's the same setup as Eagle. Oh my God, good pick, man. Like you just know that from a fundamental base, but look at this chart. Literally, it's I could see it doing the exact same thing Eagle did. It just kind of comes up, and then it's just gonna launch straight through, and we're gonna be like, when buy Matic? When do I buy? And I'm gonna be like, yo, like you just had all this time to try and get Matic down here, Why try to buy here? And then again, I draw my my green horizontal just like on Eagle. Uh, right there. That's your money making target right there on $4, 408 on Matic. That's where I look for that to go. So I still see almost a solid 4x on that in the coming move.
Hmm. So Cardano, let's look at Cardano. Like so, the ones we just looked at were Mirror and Polygon. I think from a technical standpoint, I agree with you. Those look like they're going to just catch up to the previous time highs or maybe move higher. Matic was the darling just not so long ago, so Matic can become a darling again. So I think keep that in mind.
Which one, KDA?
Yeah, Cardano. Okay. That's an oldie but a goodie. Um, so
Oh,
I
that's what?
I'm
What is this
sitting
chart?
in some solid greens on this one. And I highly suggest you guys check out my video on it. There's major, I think it's JP Morgan executives, and they have billion-dollar partnerships. And it's like a 16 thread proof of work parallelization computer that connects to Polkadot and connects to other systems. So it's a very interesting project. So, and it's been doing good. Who knows if it will come back down, you know. But I'm not selling this until it's at least in the billions. What are you? Yeah, it looks like it's right at that resistance, right? So, can it escape and move into some price discovery? Oh boy. My portfolio's moving, man. There's money coming in this market.
What's the market cap of this?
Which one is this?
Oh, look, I
Kadana?
got it up.
Like, I think it's
Yeah.
a quarter billion.
I'm pretty sure I ask you every single time too we look at this.
So Kadana is a solid project. I think it's, I think it's a $2 billion project, and so it's got a 10x to be fairly valued. That's not, I'm not even talking about it like shooting past. Yeah, it's a great miner community. That's what Travis says.
This is July. Boy, I man, this thing's been climbing the whole time.
Yeah, I've been
What
holding it.
the? Dude, everything's just been dumping, and this shit's been climbing the whole
This is an
time.
under the radar type gem project.
What?
Yeah,
I know we talked about this before, but what? You telling me since July it's just
dude,
been climbing,
I
not
called
since
this thing
August?
back a long time ago. This is one of my oldest holdings. What or not oldest, but it's one of my older for this cycle holdings. Like this is a newer
Jeez.
oldie, or I don't know how to say that, but for I guess for this cycle, it's one of my oldest ones.
Oh my,
And
oh
they're
my
partnered with Dot.
Lanta.
They are partnered with
Oh
Dot.
my Lanta.
Yeah.
So, okay. I had to take a few minutes and think about this because
Sato's
I didn't
partnered
really
with
have
Dot.
anything
Everyone's familiar.
charted.
Oh yeah, sorry, I'm interrupting. Go ahead.
Um, like you said, we're at previous resistance, and I asked what the market cap is because that makes a big difference. My charting, my analysis, the lower the market cap, the less it means.
Okay.
Now, when you hit this resistance, I'm just concerned about hitting a double top here and having further correction back down, possibly to this range. Okay.
Mhm.
That's my concern, especially when you see the momentum come down and it makes a lower low like that, because then that's like a class B divergence on a double top. We could even see it maybe diverge. You might see the price come up like that. So that's what I would be careful of. And then you'll see the money flow kind of trickle over. Because as I zoom in and I see it, it don't look great. I'm not gonna lie, but it looks great from the standpoint here. You've had an amazing run. That's why I zoomed in and I'm looking on the hourly and I'm expecting like more. Like when I look back here, I was expecting this to be I don't know, a couple of weeks ago or something. But this is, or not even. I don't know. I was expecting this to be like recent, but yeah, what an impressive run. So I think this is a good one to pull the fib out. You got a nice impulse move up. I think if we expect a top in here, it might go sideways for a couple months, and that's what you might see. It might miss out. Like this is going to be right in October, November. It might not. You might have to wait till next year. You're a patient man.
Yeah,
You're a
I'll
patient
wait
man.
4 years. I know a lot of people don't say stuff like that, but I will wait. I will sit on a trade for 4 years or longer if I have to. If I know it's going to happen,
Now,
if I'm solid,
e-
but
everything I'm saying is less relevant because it's the market cap's 260 million, so that can change overnight. I mean, Algorand got what 5 billion in like a day. It was insane.
mm-hmm.
So things change crazy, but this is what I be really concerned about coming back. But which is good though. Overall this is a good thing because this is opportunity. If a lot of people probably don't have this, uh, so I would look for that golden pocket retracement, and then maybe it trades sideways and maybe it even does like a crazy lower low. I'm just saying it could take a lot of time. You've seen, but it makes impressive moves and it's been super strong. I don't know fundamentally what's going on because I just want to clear everything real
So
quick,
so
and this will
what?
be the last thing I say because what can change everything in a hurry, and this is the Moon Boy scenario, where this VWAP clips up, okay, and you just see another huge impulse, like because the volume is picking up. You're getting you've had solid volume at least compared to the rest of the volume, relative to the rest of the volume for months or whatever it's been, a couple of months.
Hmm.
And so, okay, so the money flow, right? So the money flow, okay, that's what the last thing, right? The momentum turns back up one last time, and the money flow just goes real high with the whole market. That's you're kind of at this make or break for KDA. It's gonna break out or just trade sideways and consolidate. It's This one's a hard one to call where it's at, but I feel like if you got in at 30 cents, just why I would, yeah, never, I wouldn't even sell this. What'd you get in at? You gonna tell me?
Yeah, like I
You
am
don't
the
have.
bottom. Yeah,
What'd you get it?
I have like an 800% on this right now.
Oh,
So
that's sick. Nice.
um the someone said they sold their Cardano for Link. Now, what that move would be moving more conservative. Like moving Cardano's a low
Exactly.
cap. Link is more like Link is more like a good just project to hold. It's like an index of crypto almost. It's like a good one. Let's chart Kusama. We already did Polkadot. What is this one you're looking at?
Oh, I was just taking a quick look at Link. I haven't looked at it in a while.
Oh, okay, let's look at Link and then we'll look at Kusama. Link is
Honestly, I don't think I have much to
Link's a
say other than
general.
that.
It's
it looks strong. It's going up
it's just a
on what
general
I'm
like
seeing.
Link is like if you were to average all the crypto shit together, like it'd probably look like Chainlink. Because
I got
that's
a
what it
lot going
is.
on.
Like Link is like gonna do as well as crypto does, so it's a good part of your portfolio. Because it's like a that. And that being said, I don't own any, and I probably need to get some. I probably should get some more Link. But let's check out Kusama, and then I think I don't know if we're gonna do much after that. I've been streaming for an hour. That's good. We've checked out almost everything.
It's looking sketch, man. It's looking really sketchy.
Everybody
I
tells me
think
that, and I'm like, I don't care. Like the
I think
fundamentals are so
I think
strong. Like I'm, look,
I I
if
say that in the short term, right? I
right,
feel like people want to fill their bags back up around this like 200 area.
my thoughts on Kusama is I am extremely bullish just from fundamentals. From fundamentals, because I'm getting to use this ecosystem now. I'm getting to play in it. I'm seeing the technology that will be on Polkadot. So as from a use case, it's totally exciting to me. Um, maybe like it does pull back from a chart perspective. But man, it's like it for me. Like I know there's some projects that I own because they make me money, and there's some projects that I own because I like the technology, and there's some that are part of my mission in life in general. This one is more like I own it because of the technology, but some like what I've noticed, Ethereum, I was holding it for the technology, and it did 1,000x for me. So keep that in mind. And you know, Ethereum broke every single chart metric. You know, so anyone who was trading Ethereum feels screwed because you know they missed all the skyrocketing price action when it moved from $1 to 3,000. You know, Kusama's like that for me, and Polkadot. It's tech, bro. Can I hear you? Are you talking?
I'm not saying a word.
Oh, you're just looking at it. I didn't know if I lost audio.
I'm just see. I went through.
Mm-hmm.
You just seen me. That's how I make my trend lines. That quick, and I have three. Like you know, I think other people might end up with a lot of different horizontals, but I'm doing the trends. The way I did it is I look at one impulse move up, resistance line, and I do it at the candle body like kind of close. I don't do it at the extreme wicks. Uh, uh, because like if you're looking for like spots, you just want averages anyway. That's good enough. And then I look for the next impulse down. I don't care about any of this. I don't care about that. I care about this just one impulse here. Trend line. Impulse up. Well, it came to the same one. I don't need to redraw it. Come down. Don't need to redraw it. It's the same one. Same one. Went down. And then right here, this is all basically one move down. So I make a line here. And you can see, you know, and then as we went forward, this was a significant area. Not once, but twice. Look at that right there. Significant. You had so much opportunity to buy at this level that I'd say that's a nice level to accumulate at 300. And I think we can come back to that unless, uh, you know, unless we continue up and then back down. I don't know. Well, we'll see.
You know what's been really yielding a lot of profits is the crowd loans on Kusama. You know,
I did the fib. I got this yellow circle here from the fib. That's the golden pocket, and I went through and did my trend lines. And this seems to be a real important trend line because it comes in right at this fib too. I think that's your money spot to look if you want some more Kusama. I have potential pullbacks, man. I'm seeing it kind of all over the place. Like I'm super bullish on a lot of stuff, but I've looked at multiple projects where I'm seeing potential pullbacks on the daily. It's gonna take some time, but. I think people looking to get some more cryptos. Yeah. I think you got opportunity coming up. But the lower the market cap, the less opportunity you got. I don't, you know, like that KDA we just looked at or whatever. That could just go nuts. Who knows? I don't. What were you saying?
No, I mean like regarding the crowd loans on Kusama, those have been highly profitable. Like you lock up your KSM to be in a crowd loan, and you get the airdropped. You get the tokens from participating in that, and the yields on that are like what you're giving up is an opportunity cost of like the percent yield on Kusama is like 20%. Are you following? Like the inflation. Like if you are a nominator in Kusama, you stake your Kusama, you get 20% yield. If you give that to another project, you get your KSM back at the end of a year, but you lose the 20% yield. But they pay you their project tokens, which could be like 5, 10, whatever, X. Some of them have already done 900% in what you're giving up in terms of opportunity cost. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think so. I think I get the general idea.
Yeah, people don't understand the parachain auctions and how big of a deal it is. It's massive. It's massive. And what you do is you sell the tokens they give you, or you keep them. Like I'm holding my car token, Karora, which is going to be Altair. I think it's Altair. No, that's Akala. Karora is becoming Akala. And those are going to be an even bigger deal when Polkadot has their parachains. So, but I think Yeah, people are saying Luxo. Yeah, Luxo is actually breaking out right now. It's at $20. You want to look at Luxo one more time? It looks like it's moving.
Well,
But
yeah,
and then we'll
yeah,
close
yeah.
out.
I was eyeballing it here. I'm seeing it. I'm watching it. I was watching that 19. I see that.
That shit
But
look
what I
like
do want to say about Kusama is, I do have concern about pullback. And when I say pullback, it could be like this. Like, look at this pullback. This pullback happened in 3 days. It was quick. So
yeah,
that's
it could have a
that's
quick
that's all I'm
pullback.
kind
Yeah.
of looking for. Because when you come back here and you look at the money flow, this dotted line is where our money flow currently is. So this is similar to where we're at now, would be right here, in my opinion, as far as not so much price action, but the indicators underneath. I have, you've got this momentum kind of rolling down here, where you had a little bit here and here, and but the money flow was strong, and the money flow remained just strong for how long? December, 5 months of just strong money flow. That could happen again from September to February. You could just have strong money flow, and then you see how small that became on the map. Yeah, maybe Kusama starts to shrink that down, and you really do see this strong money flow kind of wave like it did, and you just see the big chunks up like that. Maybe we do see that $1,000 Kusama finally. I think we do. Yeah. No. Yeah. I think that's probably the more likely solution. So when I say I'm looking for a pullback, that's just that's just this momentum. This can reset pretty quick. We could have a few days down, and that money flow comes in, and just the money flow just kicks off, and you're gonna see it shoot up to 500 and beyond. So that's, I think, probably the likely scenario. Let me
I
zoom in a little bit. Let me zoom in a little bit.
I'm gonna follow Health Wave and close out the live chat because it's time for my bedtime. I'm
You're
tired.
nodding off.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
falling
You just got
asleep.
off work too, so. But hey guys, that was a good one. We covered a lot of the market, looked at a lot of good projects, and I am ready to get off and call it a night.
Yeah, if we were gonna go any longer, I was looking at these empty Gatorade bottles. I was gonna have to use one and fill it back up.
Yeah.
Um,
But yeah, it was a good one.
Luxo,
Go ahead.
yeah, yeah,
Closing
Luxo is
thoughts.
kind of
Closing
tough.
thoughts. How about that?
Closing thoughts. Okay, I
And I'll
want to
give
say
mine
something I
too.
didn't
You
get to
go for your.
say.
You do yours, and I'll do mine.
The hash ribbons. This is a huge buy indicator on Bitcoin, and it has been historically. If you don't know about, see, this thing, I feel like everybody should know about this, and everybody normally talks about it, but I haven't seen anybody talk about it. This is a huge bullish buy signal for the market. So since it fired off on August 7th there, yeah, I've been super, especially when we found support on these moving averages. We're getting crosses. I mean, tons and tons of bullish stuff. But when you hear everybody bullish, don't be surprised when you see some quick down to try and shake out them hands. So just hodl. That's do the little old lady strategy. Hodl, sell, shave some profits here and there. We got to go over that next live stream. I want to go over taking profits and all that good stuff. Where to put it, best places to hold USD stable coins and earn interest. And I know you've mentioned it a lot of times actually already during this live stream and about Mirror. But yeah, let's when things are looking up like this, get a plan. We gotta get a plan on taking profits. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's about all I got. We'll have plenty more to say next time.
Have your plan in place. That's Ian's final thoughts. Have your plan in place. When this market runs, take into conservative things. My final thoughts. Yeah, like I think this is the greatest wealth transfer in history. Don't chase price action. You know, just don't chase. Try to lead. And that'll do well. And yeah, I'm too tired to have profound thoughts right now.
I'll finish your final thoughts up for you actually, because that's a great point on don't chase entries. And I've said that about many things tonight. You're looking at some of these things, and I'm saying I think you probably could get a better entry.
Yeah.
But then the other ones I'm saying like mirror and whatnot. Just be patient. You got patience, and I think that's a good thing we can learn is patience.
Patience is the winning strategy. Patience is
Patience and planning.
Guys, there's always going to be opportunities down the line. Always. There's always new opportunities in the future. Never feel like this is my last chance. You should never let that emotion hit you. That's my final thought. So